Today, I bring you a video that brought a smile to my face and a warmth to my heart. And it's a video that showcases just a pure act of kindness. It has to do with a UFC fighter, Thembo Gorimbo, and Dwayne Johnson, aka The Rock, a celebrity, very famous celebrity. Typically you see stuff like this, pretty rare, and when you see it, it just, at least for me, it inspires me to go out and do more for others. So the basis of the story, you guys know Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. His whole thing is he had $7 in his bank account. He was young. He knew he couldn't live like that, and he wanted to make a change. And that was like the turning point in his life. So when he had gotten on and seen a story about Thembo Gorimbo, the UFC fighter, and how his bank account had only $7.49 in it, it struck a chord with The Rock. Now, it was more than just that. It was the fact that the UFC fighter Thembo was selling a lot of his UFC fighting gear, and he even used most of his UFC earnings to send money back home to his home village in Zimbabwe, where he helped to buy a well in the community so that they would have safe drinking water. And furthermore, he just continued to send his UFC earnings, almost a majority of them, over to his hometown in Zimbabwe. So it's something that, can truly be appreciated, especially for those out there that are less fortunate. And, he grew up there. He knows exactly what it's like. And he finally comes to the US and he makes it. And now he has a chance to help others. However, sometimes you have such a good heart and, you help everybody else before you help yourself. And it eventually becomes really hard to help other people when, you have nothing to help with. So, like, you can't offer water if your glass is empty type of deal, right? My glass has to be at least somewhat full or all the way full so that I can give out water. I can't give out an empty, if I have an empty glass of water and that's all I have, I can't give any water out because I don't have any water. So all that to say, as you make money, you can give it out and help people. But once you give out all your money, or if you give out everything you have to offer, your money, your assets, eventually you'll have nothing left to give to other people. And even more so, you'll have nothing left to even support yourself. And this is sort of where Thembo was kind of sitting in the situation. So when The Rock saw this and heard the story and, looked more into him, he thought he would do something nice for the guy, which I thought was absolutely amazing. So I'm going to play this clip for you, just so you can get a gist of it.
Yo, Jay. Got a lot of people. Yo, Jay. Look at those pictures over there. Isn't that cool?
So like said, your money. It's my family. Oh my God.
So hey, I wanted to bring you here. So Thembo, I don't know anybody who lives here. I wanted to come here. I wanted to bring you here. I wanted to look you in the eye, and I wanted to tell you, welcome home.
Oh my God, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, brother. Man, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, man.
Oh, brother. Like I said, man, I was so moved by your story. When I found out you were sleeping on the couch in the gym, now there's no more couch sleeping. This is your house. Welcome home.
He was reading Thembo's story, and he said, $7.49 in this fighter's bank account. I once had $7 too. I've been there. I've been on that grind. I got your back, brother. I'll help you. And after tweeting that out, he reached out to the fighter and he promised, and he said, I'll be in touch. So I thought that was really cool because not only did he promise to stay in touch, but he stayed in touch, and man, did he follow through. What's wild is they met up, and essentially Dwayne Johnson was like, look, you don't have to worry about sleeping on the couch anymore. You don't have to worry about trying to buy a house, because this dude was trying to buy a house in Miami and he was struggling to afford a place to live, but that's because he was sending all of his money back to his home village. So he basically just gave him a house. He gave him the key to a house. And for those of you wondering, the house that he leased out for the fighter, he promised to essentially basically pay the lease there every single month until Thembo wants to move out and go somewhere else or get a different spot or change locations. As long as Thembo wants to live there, The Rock's going to cover it and he's going to hook him up with paying out the lease, which is amazing. Something that most people, wouldn't be able to do for anybody else. And speaking on that, I just want to say I know a lot of people are like, oh, that's the least he can do. The Rock is rich, this and that. And let's not look past a good deed, all right? I understand, like, Elon Musk donates, let's say, $100,000. Man, that motherfucker is one of the richest on the planet. He can afford way more than that. But in that event, he's still donating $100,000. You know what I mean? Let's not look past a good deed. I hope you guys can get a few takeaways from this and just do what you can for others, Like this guy, The Rock, he didn't know Thembo personally. He just read his story and thought it was amazing. So he went out of his way to help the guy and his family. So you never know what you could do for others, man. Even if it's $1, $5, $10. A lot of times it's not even money, but it's more so the whole like teach a man how to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. Give a man a fish, he'll only eat that fish type of thing. Sometimes you don't have a whole ton of money to give a homeless person on the street, but maybe sit and talk to them for a minute and get their story and understand how they got there and just give them a conversation. Sometimes that's worth more than a few bucks to them because people treat them so differently. Or if you have a friend that's acting a little weird, ask them, reach out. Hey, everything all right, man? Like, what's going on? Is there anything I can do to help you? And, you never know what you can do to change somebody's life, man. Just keep that in mind. So anyways, thanks for watching the video, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.